Tom McClellan, I followed the 80 oscillator, so that hasn't really given us any survey. I mean, any signals, excuse me, but the bull bear AAII survey, it's something that like he tracks, and right now that thing is pretty low as far as like bears are very what do you call it, the signal is basically shifting towards the bears, so it hasn't really been in this area since last crash, right? So in 2020, so bull bear spread. So it is somewhat of a bottom worthy, I guess what I'm trying to say, bottom worthy signal, one of the signals, right? There's a bunch of other stuff I guess you can look at, but so it's just very possible that next week after the FOMC it gets better, right? Because then I'm thinking, what's the market going to do next week with FOMC on Wednesday, right? So who knows, right? We'll see. But and then the other thing he pointed out, which was interesting, and one reason why I mentioned that, because we try to play around these OPEX and triple witch or quad witch. Used to be called triple witch back in the day. Now it's quad witching. He's saying that it's I guess the regulators have done some tweaks to the system, on some contract specification. I don't really know what that means. I look into it, but he's saying that it's basically taking the steam out of the quarterly expiration. Basically, people get excited about them, but they tend to not be a huge deal. So anyway, just a point, right? So let's see what happens. But so far, it hasn't been a big deal. I mean, look at where the SPX is, right? All of this action this week, and look at it, right? I mean, we're just 25 points off of 4,500, and but it's just kind of whipping around, and underneath it, the stocks are just all over the place, right? So. But really, if you look at the numbers, hasn't been much movement, has there? So, anyways, that's.
I mean, it's a slowdown.
Yeah.
It went down 2.5%, 3%. You could have that in a day, right? It took us 6 days. So it's slow. Don't know. Look at Google. Google rips all the way. We caught the Google move up and we sold the Google move up. Think about it. We sold them at 22, 4 to 22, 5 to 22, right? And right back down. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if the buys happen at the open and then everybody just leaves. Maybe. We'll see. And then maybe the SPX just floats lower. Don't know. But it's okay not to know, and it's okay to sit, and it's okay to wait, and then we see. I'm pretty sure. I would. As Sam is about 85% sure the Fed doesn't do anything. Think about it. CPI wasn't bad. Jobs wasn't good. Jobs are going away. People think jobs ain't going away. Think about it. If you're a Fed member and you walk into that Steak and Shake that I went into, and you see Jesus, I mean, they're serving there's 10 people in the dining room, not a ton, but enough, 10 people in the dining room, and everybody's ordering on these kiosks, and they only have 3 people in the whole. That's it. There's 3 people on it. People come in, and it was funny because somebody came in there and said, "Hey, all I have is cash," and the guy just shook his head because we don't take cash. They're not taking cash on it. They're losing that sale, but they don't care. But think about what they're doing. When I used to go there, I loved their fries are good, but they would have 4 or 5 waitresses. 4 or 5 waitresses at $15 an hour is $75 an hour, right? Say 5. It's $75 an hour. See, so you have to make $75. I mean, doing $100 worth of food sales doesn't make you $75. So that's gone away. So are they more profitable? I would bet you they are. Do less people come because they're pissed off? Probably. But I don't think they care. And I think as the world moves forward, what if you move forward 15 years? Can you envision when none of these places have any counter staff or waitresses or anything at all? Nobody says it's right. I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying it's a reality that it's coming. And that's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, right? Interesting. So now this person I know went to LA. They went to LA this past weekend. And they went into an Amazon store, one of those stores where you go in, you swipe your credit card, you take whatever you want, you just walk out. You take it, you fill up your bag, you put it in your purse, and you walk out. And you get billed. And she got billed, and it worked fine. Another guy wanted to go in the store. All they have is one guy out there watching that you swipe your card as you go in. Another person wanted to go in, and they said, we only take cards. They lose all the cash customers. Now, this is just for these convenience stores type of things, okay? So like at the airport or whatever. But it's not. Because now they're going to go implement that at Whole Foods. And I don't know if there's Whole Foods in Dallas, but if it is, we'll see. But if that's true, think about how many employees, cash register people, all they're going to need left is stockers. That's it. They don't need anything else. How many people pay with cash or other stuff? I understand that. But if it works for them, they don't pay the 15, 20, 25 bucks plus benefits. That's a big deal. All those jobs go away. So all these people talking about inflation and all this other type of stuff, that comes down pretty fast. If you're a Fed governor, and I don't know what these guys do. They probably don't do this. They probably don't look at technology. Who knows? If you go to that store, you say there's going to be a monster problem in the next 5 years if this stuff proliferates through the economy. So do I want to start tapering and raising rates and cause an even bigger problem? Maybe. Maybe you don't cause a problem. You can have your own opinion. That's just what I see happening. Okay? Okay, let's start the recording. Good morning, everybody. 9:17. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Tremendous volume. There will be tremendous volume in the first 5 minutes. There will be tremendous volume in the last 10 minutes. SPX might rip 50 to 80 up. It may rip 50 to 100 down. If for some reason it takes out 44.20, I'm pretty sure 4,400 doesn't hold and you're at 43.50. Wow. No, I didn't say 44.20 comes. I just said if. Okay, so just know that. Then we see, and then we see, and then we see, and then it's all about Wednesday. Okay? SPX coming back just a little bit. You know, it's down 6.5. Do we spike up? Let's see. Okay? There's a SOX rebalance and there's an SPX rebalance. Okay? SPX number 4,500 to the upside. Lam Research 616, 621, underneath 609. NVIDIA is all about October 10th. So wait for October 10th if you're playing around there. Pan W had a huge upgrade, didn't go. Had great news, didn't go. So now probably needs another 4 weeks. So just wait. Goldman Sachs 403, 416, all the way down 391. NOW news is good. Can it get through 662 and go? Don't know. Let's see. Okay. Snow sitting there. Nice week for it. It's slowly going up. GME. Somebody told me, well, it moves the week after expiration all the time. So if it does, we'll look at it for next week. Not yet. It ran the Australian, goes right back down. This does it all the time before expiration. It seems to run up and then go down near expiration. Shop 1521, 1552, underneath 1431. NVAX 266. IRNT, this is on the screen because it's moving. This one's actually very cheap. See if it can take out 47. 10 points up. Just wait. Interesting. It's on the screen. Didn't say play it. Just watch it. CMG, 1936. Amazon, 3492 is right where it's at, and then 3509. Then it can go. UPST, look at it, it's at 300. It's at 300. Those 250s, we dumped them at 7-ish. They're going to go, they're going to open at probably 12. 12. Very nice, very nice. Netflix, sitting there, 592, 599. BTNX news is coming. If it goes, got 382, 401. If it fails, right back to 350. mRNA, 456, huge. MDB, 509. It's right there, 516, 521. Underneath, all the way back down to 462. Roku underneath 316 bad, 309 accelerator, 332 up. Google 2891, 2891, 2892. Tesla can it trade through 762, 762, 762. Hold on, let me go to comments, questions. And it's 20% cheaper. I don't have to tip at those places. Interesting. I actually gave them $10. We gave them $10 because the counter people, I said, is there a tip jar? And they said no. The cooks said no. And I still gave them $10. Interesting. Why? Because they're still working. They're there. They don't make enough. Even if they're making $15, they don't make enough. So, yeah, you have to do that. AMD looks a little bit better. Here's the thing with AMD, still looking at computers and stuff. I mean, I have several, but looking to buy another one, and there are no computers available. There are no reasonable computers with a good configuration available. You can get them if you go out over like $1,200, $1,300. Not for me. I have two really good ones, way more than that. So, but I don't need one. But looking for another one for someone for about $500, $600, $700, and they're just not there. There are none. They're there if you want to wait a month, but outside of that, you just can't go pick up a computer that has a decent configuration. And then here's the thing that I have a problem with, and I don't understand the world as it is today. There's so many Chromebooks out there. You can go pick up a Chromebook anywhere. Chromebook doesn't run Fidelity. You can't even run Fidelity on Chromebook. I don't know if you can run Thinkorswim or any of the other platforms. You can't run them. What good are they if you can't even run a Fidelity, or you can't even think about it? You can't use, if you can't run Fidelity, can you run all this other stuff? Who knows? I have no idea. But to me, if you can't run something, why are you buying it? Why are you buying it? Who's paying $500 or $400 for a Chromebook that doesn't run this stuff? Doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay? NOW Chief Accounting Officer resigns. That's okay. People, here's the thing that people don't understand. NOW is $100. It's $600. If they have 10,000 shares. I mean, I think I had 39,000 shares when I was at TI. Options to buy 39,000 shares. I mean, they give you, 5 a year or whatever, 5,000 shares, etc. So, and this is the accounting officer. So let's say they have just 10,000 shares. At the current stock price, and there's going to be a stock price, you're getting them. They probably got them if they've been a while. They're at $30 or $40. They got $10 million. If you have $10 million, some people with $10 million continue to work. Some people don't work. Some people say, that's enough for me. I don't need to work. Some people say, I want to work more. We don't know. So when I see things of people leaving or resigning, they just wake up one day and they say, I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm going to sell all my stock, be done. While he has those options, they're under contract that they can only sell so many of them. They can't sell them. You're under these plans. The CEOs are under these plans. But if you leave, you can do whatever you want to do. Maybe they want to sell them. Interesting. Tesla selling. Kathy is selling Tesla. People don't understand. I keep telling you, if you run a fund or you have bylaws or guidelines inside any of your funds or whatever you do, If you say you can only have, let's say you have $1 million and you can only have 5% in Tesla. That means you can only have $50,000 worth of Tesla. And say Tesla goes up 20% that quarter. So now Tesla is worth $60,000. When you report, you have to sell, what, $10,000 worth of Tesla. You would have to sell it to get back to 5%. You're forced to do that. Now, you can break all the rules you want. You can say, I'm not going to adhere to those. Okay. That's between you and whoever. Just like I said, you don't have to buy the SPX. You don't have to mirror it 100%. You can do whatever you want to do. Okay? So just know that. So maybe she's selling. Tesla went up very nice this quarter. So she's selling because she has to. Who knows? I have no idea. But that's what would be my bet. Okay? Chromebooks are meant to be used just for Chrome browsers. That's it. Then how come they're $400? I see some of them at 120 and some at $400 and $500. Can you go over how to set up an option premium quote screen? So here's what I do, and you see my screen. You take the stock, you create a watch list, and you can do this in all these. You create a watch list. So let's say you have Lam Research. The next line underneath it, you put the Lam Research calls. The line underneath that, you put the Lam Research puts, equidistance away. And then you see the movement. Now, if you want to get a little bit more complex, you put the Lam Research 610s, then you put the 615s, then you put the 620s, and then you put next week's 620s. So when the stock goes up 2, you see the motion. If the 620s for this week don't move at all while the stock moves closer, on a Friday it's not going to move. You're still 8 points away. On a Monday, it should move. If it doesn't move, it's telling you it's not going to go. Okay, too many tips. What else? AM, we talked about that. My daughter's school district gives everybody a Chromebook. Interesting. Nice. We talked about that, and that's what we got. Okay, everybody. Have a great trading day. See you in chat.